Så var det äntligen dags för den första mässan för skandinaviska klockor. Sverige, Norge, Danmark, Finland, Island visade verkligen vägen den här helgen. En riktig klockbonanza. Vilken helg! Förväntningarna var skyhöga både från mig, publiken och utställarna. Skulle det bli bra? Skulle det komma någon folk? Och det gjorde det. I närmast fullsatt Riksarkivet på Riddarholmen njöt klockälskare från hela Skandinavien. 26 stycken utställare visade att Skandinavien verkligen är att räkna med på klockkartan. I vimlet fanns Nico från Beyond Horology Podcast och han tog pulsen på några av utställarna. Och vi börjar med Mikael Sandström som har en stor nyhet på gång.
And I'm saying hello to the legend himself, Nico Sandström from Halda Watches. Hello.
Hello, Nico. Nice to meet you again.
What a pleasure spending time with you here and the first one ever Swedish Nordic only watches event in Sweden organized by Stockholm time.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk about the brand and then a little bit about the event and then some good news.
Yeah. Yes, actually, I have two news that I would like to tell you. But first, Halda is an old brand from 1887. And actually, it was the first watch factory in northern countries.
Yes.
So it's for us, it's really special. And today, we have the world premiere. We are showing a new watch, and it's in this box. And the reason to produce this watch is that Halda did never produce wristwatch. They produced pocket watches, and the watches were in gold and silver, and really high quality watches.
And the world knew Halda for the pocket watches.
Yes, actually, it was a success on export market. It even won some gold medal in Chicago, 1897 against Patek Philippe.
Yes.
So it's really special. But this, in the box, we have made the watch that we thought that Halda should have made if they made a wristwatch. I'll show you.
Oh,
So
my.
in this watch, we have an old movement from 1887.
It must have been modified for the crown.
Yes, exactly. We have rebuilt it to have the
Crown at
crown at 3 o'clock
Yeah.
and the small second at 6.
Wow.
You see the similarity.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then we make it in our workshop. So it's a lot of handcrafting, I can say. I think the watchmaker, who is working with this model, working half a year, because it's a lot of polishing and handcrafting and rebuilding the movement. And we also have a special strap. It's from a tannery in the north of Sweden, in Piteå.
Yes.
So they have a really old special method to do the strap.
Oh, nice clasps too.
Yeah.
Wow. Gorgeous piece.
Yeah. So this is as I mentioned, the first time that we show the watch, and we have actually sold one today. So
Wow. What's the price here?
it's 420,000 Swedish crowns.
That's it?
Yeah. Shall I wrap it into you?
Well, please do. I mean, knowing Halda and what you guys do in-house, the innovation and the engineering you do, guys, this is affordable.
I hope, but for us it's a historical piece, so it's really unique. And you can see the
Fantastic.
box. It's
It's gorgeous.
It's made by a table from the 30s. You know, we are nerds.
Yeah.
And before this, the oak has been in 200 years before the table. So it's
Very sustainable,
very
reusable,
sustainable.
environmental friendly.
Movement, the box, everything. is
We recycle all day long.
Yeah.
You can't blame us.
Yeah. I can show you some more, another watch.
Please do.
Yeah. And we don't show it so often because it's in the bank.
Oh, is that what I think it is? This went to space.
Tell me, what do you think?
This went to space.
Exactly.
Oh
So this one was together with Christer Fuglesang on the space station. So it's this unique unit that he used. Yeah.
Beautiful. All those scratches tells a story like no other.
Yeah.
I love the strap too.
It's special.
Nice.
So we have made the watches for all new astronauts at the European Space Station.
Yes.
ESA.
Then we have the very special chronograph.
Yeah.
Amazing chronograph.
Yeah.
And the gold baby.
Gold, yeah.
Oh wow.
So we make everything. The pelage we make in-house. We make the cases. So we love to make handcrafting watches. So
Phenomenal.
yeah.
You're already making watches for ESA.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. So we har redan. Yeah.
And now the other news.
I told you it's two news, and this is special for us because we would like to promote Scandinavian watches, not only on this fair, which is fantastic fair. We are going to start a store, a shop, under the brand Watches of Scandinavia.
Which I'm proudly involved.
Yeah. You were there this morning. You saw it.
Yes. I've been there from the very beginning.
Did you like it?
Planning. It's beautiful. Very big location. A lot of potential.
Yeah.
That and the location. Oh my.
It is really. It's one side is the Swedish royal castle, and on the other side is the government.
Yes.
So
A few meters up is the court. It's just downtown.
So here is some idea how it will look like, and we are working right now full speed to have it ready in mid-December. And it's on the address is Mynttorget, and there will be 12 brands from this fair from Iceland, Norway, Finland, and Denmark.
This is exclusively Nordic watch store. Watches of Scandinavia.
Only, nothing else.
Fantastic.
So
Are we allowed to name any of the brands?
yes, we can say, of course,
Holder.
and Kjell Sandström,
Fantastic.
Ole Mathisen,
Ole Mathisen.
and from Finland, you know who we are working with in Finland,
Yes.
with
Motto.
Eona, De Motto, and Norway, Vendoren, and Iceland. I don't remember the
GS watches.
Yes, GS watches.
Phenomenal.
So
It's a good start.
it's a good start. So I think now when the Swiss brands are opening their own stores, which we are doing, they really doing this in the right time.
You're doing the opposite.
We do the opposite, and I think together we are strong.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. And I hope for second episode together with you on Biology Podcast.
You're always welcome.
Until then, see you soon.
See you soon.
Very excited to say hi to Øyvind Vondoren from Vondoren Watches Norway. Hi Øyvind.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Very happy to see you again and spend time with you and talk watches, talk life. And tell me, how is the event going so far?
It's very, very good. I'm really impressed. So nice venue, so exclusive surroundings.
The venue is amazing.
So many people. I mean, it's been, now we're closing down for a break, but it's been like many hundreds, and people are very, very interested, friendly, and it's really good. So I'm very happy, and I've sold my watches to so many people. So
it's been
great.
intense the entire time. There hasn't been any silent moments today. It has been really
It's been
busy.
it's been very busy, so it's a bit hard to stand straight up and down for 4 hours, but it's worth it when you meet so many nice people.
What has been popular today? What are people asking the most?
The Il Tempo Gigante has been very, very popular. I have had 5 people come over who's been visiting us and say, this is the coolest watch on the whole fair. And that makes, of course, me very, very happy. So people really love it. A lot of people remember the film. They love the radar on the subdial. They love the design. And of course also some of the other watches they like. But this has been an absolute pleasure to present Il Tempo Gigante. Yeah.
Phenomenal. And what are you presenting today? You have the El Tempo Gigante.
Yeah,
Incredible watch with incredible story
yeah.
and incredible visuals.
And
This is
fabulous
really impressive.
movement and technical specs. It's really, really nice. And then we also have the popping colors Runde and the Treasure Master manual hand-wound watches, which a lot of people think is very, very interesting. They like the design. It's very vintage inspired. So yeah,
It's a beautiful modern vintage.
yeah, it is.
And that contrast second hand is sweet.
Yeah, and 39 millimeter, and also with great lume,
Oh, nice.
even on the second hand. So they like that. So it's been very, very good. And I'm also very happy that the Scandinavian brands can come together and be united, you know, and just show that we know how to do it in Scandinavia too. It's not just in Switzerland.
This is exclusively Scandinavian Nordic watch
Yes,
event. And
that's great.
That's phenomenal. And what's here? That's a very, very colorful, very brave series.
Yeah, this is the Runde series. It's Runde Mark 1, 39.
Is Lume present here as well?
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh, look at this.
And it's Sunburst
Christmas.
style and very popping colors. And
Are those the version 2, the bigger ones?
yeah,
with
the big
sapphire
one
crystal?
is Mark II, is 41 millimeter with sapphire crystal, and the other
New
one
movement,
is
correct?
new movement, a bit more better movement than the previous one in the 39 millimeter. But the green and the Riva blue is. And the fun part is that we launched the blue Riva blue one, that color, before Rolex launched their blue, Tiffany bluish. So that was a bit fun. And we didn't, of course, not know about what Rolex was doing. I do not compare ourselves with Rolex at all, but it was a fun fact.
Fun fact. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the event.
Thank you very much.
I'm saying hello to...
Hello, my name is Kim von Geri. I'm one of the two co-founders of Jorma Watches.
And tell me how the event has been so far.
It has been really nice to be here in Stockholm, first of its kind, and it shows in the way that people have been showing up. The interest has been really good in Nordic watchmaking in general, and of course, from my perspective, standing here the whole time, it's been really, really nice.
What are we presenting today?
So today we are presenting some of our small series produced watches, also some of our customized watches. So the whole lineup of models so far. So we have the Sisu in bronze here. We have the different chronographs. So we have the old R0, and then we have the new one, R0, that was released during the spring event in the watch show in Helsinki. So this is a manual wound version of the same in a beautiful blue. Also has a special blue colored case back to match the dial. Then we have the Ysi with a bit of a lighter blue
Out of a sport
dial.
chronograph.
Yes, a sport chronograph. So they have the same movement, the ETA 7750 with a flyback module, but the appearance and the dimensions are very different. Then we also have to show a customized project. We have a customer watch. He wanted to make a customized dial that's based on the Masters golf tournament that's organized in Alberta in US every year. So just to show an example of the customization.
Do you have anything special to show us? I know there is some news coming today.
Indeed we do. So the first thing I want to show you is something that was perhaps needed addition to our watch collection. So far we've made some special watches, and apart from the ladies model Karu that we made that was more of a classical 300, we've really lacked a 300 in our collection. So may I present to you the field watch inspired 39 millimeter watch called the Stark. So this is a 39 millimeter watch. It has 10 millimeter thickness, We have produced two versions with two dial colors, so one in black and one with blue. The blue one you have there, you see with a steel bracelet, and the black has a green NATO strap. So the customer can choose to either have it delivered with a steel bracelet or a few NATO watches that comes with the strap, which of course changes the appearance a lot. Here we have put especially focus on case elements such as the bezel. So we have made a 14 facet bezel that signifies different compass point directions, also adding to the geometry and more sportiness of the watch. May I also show you the lume of the watch? So they have quite legible superluminova on both the hour markers and the hands. Of course, as per usual with our watches, quite a lot of the components are made in-house. So we have dial components, most of the dial components, the hands, the case elements, many of them are completely made in-house. So there is a lot of degree in the sort of finish made category. And of course the crown is also made by us. It's easy to operate, water resistance about 100 meters.
What about the name? What does the name mean?
So stark, it's an adjective in both Swedish and English, and we want to go two ways. So in Swedish it's strength and robustness, but in English it can be translated to Finnish as karu, rugged or bare.
Yeah.
Karu is also a reference to the previous three-hander we made, which is the ladies model. So this is a link or a connection to our both three-handers.
Fantastic. This is exciting.
Yes,
There
yes,
is
we agree.
something more, I believe.
Yes,
Something
so
you revealed today.
yeah, so because
Exclusively here on this show.
yes, because one watch release per week isn't enough, we decided to up the game and release the new generation of Sisu. So I present to you the Sisu X. The X name is a reference to the fact that extreme, which basically in this watch means that we have made a more sportier version of the case. The bezel is completely remade, the crown is also remade, and the X is also a reference to the Roman numeral 10, which signifies the water resistance. So it's water resistant up to 10 bar or 100 meters.
Wow.
As opposed to the original 50 meters that we had on the previous versions of the Sisu.
Has anything been done to the layout of the dial and the skeletonization?
The index or the dial as such, the index ring, the skeleton itself and the hands are pretty much the same. So we focused on case execution and technical capabilities in the water resistance.
So this is available. People can start ordering.
Yes. So for both the Stark models and for this one, we are making 25 per each. So this is a 25-piece limited edition. And of course, we will probably be rolling out more colors for movements for the Sisu X as well. But this is the first release of the new case. And also, as you see, our case design and manufacturing philosophy is also slowly changing towards more rugged and sporty appearance. That goes well with our brand.
Phenomenal. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you, Nico.
Till next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Ciao.
And I'm saying hello to
Ola Stray from Straya.
Stray Watches Sweden. This is the logo. And tell me, how has the fair been so far?
It's been very good. This is a lot of very, very good potential customers and watch enthusiasts that's meeting the brand. They get to touch and feel, that read about it, and now they finally got to feel the whole user experience, the whole product experience with the Straya.
And it's quite good because this is a moment in time for the brand that things are quite perfected in a way. You have really gotten the recipe right now. So what people are touching now, it's quite well
it's
formulated.
It's been very well received, and you know, you have one shot, like Eminence said to rephrase him. But it's a lot of time just to get to the starting fee. And I think if you heard my other stories or read about it, you know that I spent relentless time and years about developing, making the product really right. I went to 2-3 production centers in Switzerland, working with a lot of watchmakers. I think I stayed with the 4th supplier of straps, etc. So
We should leave this for the full podcast episode. But for the moment, please tell me in short, what are you presenting today?
So what
do we have on the table?
What I'm presenting here today is I'm showing my collaborationship when I worked as a designer with McLaren with the high precision measuring tools. So I have here the first Stray range, the 4601.
Can we lift this so we can get more closer look? Would that be okay? Fantastic.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Oh, look at that anti-reflective
So
coating.
here you have a prototype, but it's also showing the capability and the core of the brand with the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where you have one container, and by adding the many other bezels, you get a different personality with each watch. And I'm presenting now the first one, and it's in 5 different colors: white, blue, black, brown, pink, and it's been very, very well received.
Has there been any favorites from the audience today?
Yes, I would say that the pink has been favored by those who really dare and are not afraid to wear pink. The blue has actually been the one that we have been selling the most. So I will show you. Here it's in the black container. So I think that this should really be appreciated by the Finnish people now, with the blue and white.
You know what to say.
with a dot of orange, right?
I could argue that there is a lot of orangey yellowish that can be Swedish as well.
You know, we are 2 countries
Brothers.
that has a lot of shared and common history.
Absolutely.
So I'm very happy to actually show this.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty. So that's been the favorite one.
I would say yes. The
purple one was the favorite one. And the blue.
Yeah, here we have the pink one. I can.
It's a very nice atmosphere in the room. Everybody's smiling and laughing.
So here I have the pink one, together with the British Racing Green strap, which is
nice.
a very
That's
nice
stitching.
combination. That is also very well appreciated by the person that already has a lot of black watches, white watches, etc.
But the good thing is there is no limit now. You can get all the colors in the same case.
You can get all the colors in the same case, and you can play with it, and really, well, that's the thing when you see people start playing with the straps, they start playing with the bezel, and they get like really happy.
How durable is the construction? If I change every day, if I have 3 of them, for example, and I change them every day?
You can do as many changes as you want to. We have tested this to very, very extreme conditions, and so here, I mean, this one goes relentlessly or flawless into this case here. It's a little bit difficult because the strap's been closed, but like that.
That was fast.
And I take the white one now and I put that in here.
That's faster than changing a strap. I give you that.
Yeah. So, well, that's the concept. That it should be something to play with. It should be something fun. Yeah.
In terms of specification, what size case are we talking about?
So the case is 45.8 millimeters, and to some people that might stand out as quite big, but you have a bit of a belly on the watch, and the lugs are quite short. so it feels smaller than what it actually is. Most people are actually guessing on 42 and how it wears on the wrists is also very...
What's your circumference? What's your wrist size?
My wrist size? Oh,
Yeah.
you don't talk about that.
Oh, we don't talk about that. I would suggest about 7 inch. Fantastic.
But it's a statement watch on ladies, for instance, with usually much smaller wrists, or on the gentleman. So, yeah.
Thank you for your time, and hope to have a soon full podcast episode together, talking more details and more juicy stuff and talking about the future.
I'm looking forward to that.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. And now I'm saying hello to...
Christian from Rick Watches.
Hey buddy, how are you?
I'm good. Busy day in Stockholm.
It has been intense few hours. We're on a break.
Yes.
How has it been so far?
Good with a break. It's gonna be good with a break. It's been intense, but very good. Talked to a lot of people. So that's always nice to come out with your brand and tell people about your products and your concept and your thoughts and your passion. Yeah.
Tell me, what you're presenting today?
Yeah, so today we brought something a little bit new. We have the X409 watches that we have had on pre-order for quite some time, but finally able to deliver to customers. So I brought these, and I also brought another piece actually, which is a new edition of the TTT. You don't want
So this is exclusive
yeah.
for this event?
Yeah, actually, we launched the pre-order yesterday. This one. So it's made with parts from Evel Knievel's stunt bike from his last stunt he ever did in 1978.
Wow.
So it's a piece we made in collaboration with his son, Kelly Knievel. And we got a piece of the handlebar from his bike, which we, as we normally do, put into the watch, which, you know, so the watch comes with a built-in storytelling like most of our other watches. And it's very Evel Knievel, very American, but that's, you know, done very intentionally as well. We make conversation pieces.
And this one, tell me the story about this one. I already know the story, but it's very interesting and it's very unique.
Yeah, so I mean, it's, you can call it our second iteration of the of our Spitfire watches. The first one we did when we used to utilize Japanese movements, but now we turned into a Swiss-made setup. So this is our second Spitfire round of Spitfire watches, this time with another Spitfire plane. So it's with a Spitfire plane called X409 that flew the Battle of Britain for about 2 months, with piloted by Patterson Hughes, who went down after 2 months. Unfortunately, the life expectancy of these both planes and pilots were very limited, let's just put it like that. And he's one of the top 5 scoring aces in the Battle of Britain, and the top scoring pilot, Australian pilot in the Battle of Britain. And this plane is now being restored by Hunter Fighter Collection, which is an Australian foundation, a non-profit that is restoring this plane. So basically, it was piloted by an Australian and now being restored in Australia and will be in Australia, and we're contributing a bit to the restoration of this with the proceeds.
And you are wearing quite unique watch as well.
Yes, yeah. So this is the DeLorean, which we launched in December last year, and yeah, basically was sold out before we delivered the watches. So that's amazing.
I remember we talked about it on the podcast, and
yeah,
I remember
it went fast, and now it's gone, and it will be so forever. So
whoever got it, got it.
Exactly, and that's the good and the bad thing about our watches and concept.
What do we have here?
That's the TTT. So like the Knievel watch I just showed, this is made in collaboration with a US bike customizer called Icon 1000, who made a drag racing bike called the Speedmaster, not to be they're not into watches, so they only know one Speedmaster, which is their bike, and not the the other watch. So it's not called the Speedmaster our watch, it's called the Icon 1000, but it's a drag racing bike they built, a one-off that has nitro boost and is completely mental. So this one we made in collaboration with them last year, I think. Yeah.
And what's with the crown? I mean, I know
Yes.
what's with the crown, but for the
Yes.
listeners.
I mean, I wouldn't reckon anyone riding a motorbike will actually use this, but then again, who uses a bezel on a diver's watch for actual diving, right?
Good point.
So it's actually, of course, a bit of a gimmick, but when you ride your bike, your hand will be off-centered, like, you know, on a racing-inspired watch. You know, you have this Psycho, you know this, Nico. Psycho made watches like this,
Yes.
deliberately.
Correct.
But we thought it could be funny to have a bit of both, right? So you could determine yourself. So there's a ball bearing where you can actually switch the case.
So aren't you worried that this will become a fidget spinner for watch nerds? What's the lifespan of this?
It's long. I would say it's the same as your bezel, because this one has a ratchet. The bezel has a ratchet, obviously. This one has ball bearings. So
Oh,
you're asking
right.
which one will outlast who?
And
ball
those are
bearing what?
replaceable, so it's
Exactly. So the ball bearings are very well made. It should be more lasting than a fidget spinner.
And here we have some of the old champions.
Yes.
A watch that is very near and dear to my heart. We have one of the most comfortable watches I've ever worn. That is phenomenal ergonomics champion, I will call it.
Thank you.
It's really comfortable, and a lot of that is contribute both to the design of the watch and that crazy strap. I'm sad you don't sell them separately. I love these straps. You want to tell me shortly about each of them?
Yeah, so everything from, now I'm shadow
That's all right.
eclipsing.
It helps actually.
Okay, cool. So everything to the left from you, it must be, is, you know, the watches that we've been doing for 10 years. Basically, not these exact watches, but in general, conceptually. So they incorporate DNA from famous icons, and the design is inspired by famous icons, just like the other watches. Whereas where you move over now is our later addition to our collection, which is not inspired by a certain icon, but more an era of icons, meaning that it's not one car, but a unity of cars from a certain era, and therefore they don't have any DNA inside them, and therefore the price is also more consumer friendly, how to put it, at least it's lower. And we did this because we received, I don't know, 2, 5, 10 emails or phone calls every week by people asking, can you do a watch from my Saab 900? Can you do a watch from my Seat Ibiza? Can you do a watch from my Lancia Delta? And for the Lancia maybe, for the Seat maybe not so much. So,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, we can't make, you know, everything.
And there is
So
a big debate about Saab, how alive is that brand anymore, but
it's not
is,
alive, right?
Oh, it's very alive for
It is?
those of us that love the brand.
Sure.
We find parts if
Of
we want
course.
them.
No, there are plenty to
But
go.
officially, no, it's
Yeah.
gone.
They made this electric concept car, the engineers.
Oh dear.
No, but
don't-
I think it's nice.
Don't get me started
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
oh, yeah. I think it was actually
If you're a
pretty-
petrol head, you don't want to talk about those.
Sure. But for the engineering and the
Oh, yeah.
ingenuity,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's, yeah. No, but you're right, and yeah, so hopefully
Talking
we can
about
please...
petrol head, that
Yeah.
can there.
The can, yeah, the gift box.
Phenomenal. Petrol head.
Petrol head, exactly. And also a bit like this, but that's more maybe a toolbox aesthetic.
It's beautiful.
Actually, this one will be discontinued.
Any secrets you want to reveal?
No, we're
Any
coming
models?
out. We're coming out with something like this. No, but it's simply because of
Okay.
of the environment. Because
It's big. Shipping is expensive.
Our customer base, you know, as
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
you, 50% is the US, and then we do Australia.
Of course.
And shipping this worldwide, it's
It's a big. It's a 40
and
by
it's metal.
60.
Yeah, and it's
something.
metal. It's heavy, so it's
Oh,
not good
true,
for the
true.
environment as well. So
Correct.
yeah,
Thank you for your time, man.
always
Until
a
next
pleasure.
time.
Till next time.
Cheers.